Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, 2 men in custody after cops bust a big counterfeit gaming ticket racket in St. James. 2 men were taken into custody on Tuesday as the St. James police reported disrupting a multi-million-dollar racket involving counterfeit tickets that are used to fraudulently claim winnings from gaming machine operators. Commanding officer for the St. James Police Division, Senior Superintendent Aaron Samuels, told reporters that the suspects were apprehended after the police were summoned to a Montego Bay gaming establishment where irregularities were discovered with a ticket that had been presented for encashment. On arrival at the scene, the police held the 2 men, and the investigation led to a search of their motor car, which resulted in the seizure of devices that are used to print the fake tickets. According to the police, the scammers' modus operandi involves visiting establishments that house gaming machines, copying business logos, and using them to create counterfeit tickets. They then return to the locations, posing as legitimate customers, and attempted to cash the bogus tickets. Samuels urged the gaming machine operators to remain vigilant, noting that the scam is not limited to St. James, but is also affecting other parishes. We are encouraging persons who operate these establishments to pay keen attention. Pay keen attention to persons who enter and exit your establishment. Ensure that you have proper cameras set up so that you can pay attention to what is being done on the box. And also, if you're in doubt, contact the police, Samuels implored. This seems to be a multi-million-dollar business where they defraud millions of dollars daily from unsuspecting business operators, he added. U.S. tourist reported missing in Western Jamaica. The police in Western Jamaica are appealing to the public for help in locating 29-year-old American woman Bethany Park, who was reported missing while visiting the island. Park of State Bridge Road in Atlanta, Georgia, was last heard from on Monday, June 16, according to police reports. Her final pinned locations were recorded in the parishes of St. James and Westmoreland. Park is described as having a brown complexion, medium build, and standing approximately 5 feet 4 inches or 163 centimeters tall. Police say it is unknown what she was wearing at the time of her disappearance, and all efforts to locate her so far have been unsuccessful. Anyone with information about Bethany Park's whereabouts is urged to contact the Barnett Street Police at 876-952-2333, the police emergency number 119, or the nearest police station. Police launched investigation into fatal shooting of Donovan Gotti Jones in Kingston Central. An investigation has been launched into the murder of vendor Donovan Jones, otherwise called Gotti or Cashmore, in Kingston Central on Tuesday night. The 37-year-old peanut packer is of Coffee's district, Locovia in St. Elizabeth. Reports are that about 7:33 a.m. explosions were heard in the vicinity of Temple Lane and Harbor Street. Initial probe revealed that Jones was shot and injured by unknown assailants. The police were summoned, and the checks revealed that he suffered what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the upper body. He was assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Kingston Central Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. Experts warn drivers of AC button danger. Car experts are warning motor vehicle operators about pressing the recirculation button, as it could cause them to lose consciousness if used carelessly. It is a nuisance method because most persons don't know how to use that recirculation for AC, said Owen Smith, General Director of the Jamaica Automobile Association. It depends on the temperature on the outside, temperature on the inside in different scenarios and situations. The recirculation button, usually marked by a car icon with a round arrow inside, is located near the AC controls. It stops fresh air from outside and instead recycles the air already in the vehicle, which helps the car cool faster. But according to Smith, if left too long, it can reduce oxygen levels. When you keep that air trapped too long, especially with more people in the car, the quality drops. You're breathing in what you just breathe out, Smith warned. Among other things, this can limit the intake of fresh oxygen-rich air and increase the carbon dioxide levels in the vehicle. Over time, that can lead to headaches, drowsiness, even fogged up windows. Drowsiness and headaches could impair driver alertness. So far for 2025, more than 210 Jamaicans have died in road crashes, according to the Road Safety Unit, with driver error, including fatigue, listed among the top causes. A story recently made the rounds online about a family of 5 crashing after a child unknowingly pressed the button before a long trip. All the occupants started falling asleep. The vehicle eventually veered off the road and crashed into a ditch. Smith said that there is limited evidence to say the recirculation button directly causes crashes. But we know that a poor air quality inside the cabin can lead to fatigue, and the fatigue is a known risk factor, he said. A halfway tree-based mechanic who only identified himself as Boise said some of his customers have complained about feeling dizzy while driving. I check the vents and the AC to see if fresh air coming in. If I ask them that, them don't even know what me I talk about, he said. The button is useful, especially in traffic or when the air outside dusty or smoky, but you shouldn't keep it on for more than 15 to 20 minutes at a time. After that, switch back to fresh air mode, especially if you have passengers, he advised. Drivers are also reminded that in humid or rainy weather, using the recirculation button can fog up the windscreen. If that happens, turn off the recirculation, turn on the defrost and increase the cabin temperature for a bit to clear the glass, Smith advised. Once it is clear, you can adjust back to normal, but with the recirculation off. Boise urged the drivers to take nothing for granted, not even a button on the dash. Road safety not only how you drive. People have to service them car and know how things work in a them car. The more you know, the better you can react, Boise said. Reduction of fires in Portland. The Portland Division of the Jamaica Fire Brigade is reporting a significant reduction in the number of incidents to which it responded during the month of May. Speaking at the monthly meeting of the Portland Municipal Corporation on June 12, officer in charge of the Portland Division, Superintendent Andrew Weltman, said that the division responded to 12 incidents in May compared to 25 incidents in May last year. Of the 12 incidents responded to, 6 were genuine fires, 2 listed as malicious false alarms, and 1 as a false alarm with a good intent. The other 3 calls were special services, Wildman said. We would like to bring that number down to as low as possible by encouraging others to be mindful of the use of the fires. Be cognizant that fires left unattended can cause severe destruction and the loss of property. We applaud the low figure, but we hope to drive that figure down through public education, through the relevant agencies, institutions, and community members, he added. Wildman also listed several fire prevention activities undertaken by the division, geared at empowering the public to understand how to deal with fires. We are asking persons, while we come there with our best of intent, do what you can do from your side to minimize the incident, he said. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.